Good morning. Welcome to Alabama History. Today's going to be a little different from our regular day because I am sending you a recording. I am going to be out today through Wednesday. So this recording will give you your lessons. So listen carefully. All right. It's okay to not know, but it's not okay to not try. Remember, we are sending in some student spotlights. I want to know how many of you are interested. So start thinking about this. Directions will be coming soon. Today's expectations are be attentive by using your good listening skills. Your hands and feet are still, your eyes are watching, ears are listening, and your mouths are quiet because as Alvinites give not just 100% of ourselves, but we give 110% of ourselves. Today we're going to be learning about some of the major people in the Creek War, and you're going to know you've got it when you can identify those people, and that's how you're going to know today by clicking on a Google form and completing the exit ticket. Now, when we last met, we talked about the Native Americans and the settlers beginning to clash because remember, the settlers were moving into the Native Americans' territory and their culture started changing. The Creeks had always thought of their land to be free for all to use, but now they're all farming in the same areas. And so it was really kind of a competition over who could get the best land. The Creeks didn't like it when the white men were coming in, cutting down their trees to build roads, to build fields, or villages. So they end up voting that they want to go to war. At least half of them. They were known as the Red Sticks. The White Sticks were those who voted to keep peace. Today we're going to talk about who's who in the Creek War. And we're going to talk about Captain Samuel Dale, General Andrew Jackson, Major Daniel Beasley, the Tennessee Volunteers, Pushmataha, Tecumseh, and Red Eagle. Chief Tecumseh is the one who wanted to go to war. He wanted the Native Americans to go to war against the settlers. Chief Pushmataha is the one who wanted peace. And remember last week I told you I remember that he wanted peace because his name starts with the P. So Pushmataha for peace. The next guy was Captain Samuel Dale. He was born in Virginia. He moved to Georgia. He was a frontiersman, a scout, and a soldier. He was also kind of nicknamed Daniel Boone, like Daniel Boone. He wasn't Daniel Boone, but people referred to him that way. He defeated the Red Sticks during the Alabama River canoe fight. Another major player was Major Daniel Beasley, and he was a major of the Mississippi Volunteers. He was sent by General Claiborne to be the commander of Fort Mims. He ignored early warnings of an attack on Fort Mims, and he was killed at the Battle of Fort Mims. So the different battles that you hear us talk about today, those are going to be ones that we will be discussing next week in class. The next guy is William Weatherford. He was nicknamed Red Eagle. He grew up on the banks of the Alabama River. He led the Red Sticks in the Creek Indian War. He escaped the Battle of Holy Ground by leaping from a cliff on horseback into the Alabama River. After the war ended, he surrendered to Andrew Jackson in order to save some of his people. He was pardoned for his bravery and retired to a farm in southwest Alabama, where he later died in 1824. General Andrew Jackson. He was born in 1767 in South Carolina. With his wife Rachel, he lived in Nashville on a plantation called the Hermitage. They did not have any of their own biological children. But when his soldiers found a Creek baby with no mother, he sent the baby home to Rachel where she cared for it and they later adopted him. He was an American hero because of his victory in the war. and he later became President of the United States. The Tennessee Volunteers. In the fall of 1813, Choctaw, Chickasaw, Cherokee, and White Sticks joined the settlers to fight the Red Sticks. And Tennessee sent Major Andrew Jackson and his militia, the Tennessee Volunteers. They were joined by other militias to win many attacks on the Indians. All right, so if you have not completed all tests in history, I have not shut that off yet, so you still have time to do that. It will be done, though, by Wednesday, so be sure that you have taken any tests that you need to do and that they're all there so that by 5 o'clock on Wednesday, they have all been put in there. All right, guys, be sure that you go today for our exit ticket. It's the Google form in the email. I will send that to you, and you will be getting that soon in your email.